What's up guys? Welcome back to another PICKLEli video. I've been receiving a lot of questions about my current paddle setup. I kind of have a video already about it, but I yapped a lot, so I might make a more concise one right now. For context, I would describe my game as a consistent yet aggressive player. I currently do a lot of topspin shots, like I try to hit like a dipping drive almost every time. I'll speed up a lot, try to flick out of the air a lot, but I like to reset a lot and dink and not mess up on those shots. So that's my game style, my play style right now. Although my paddle is a little heavier than most people would like, I think it really maximizes the sweet spot because you really can't miss too easily with this thing. If you get a paddle on the ball, typically it's just going to be a good enough reset or shot, which I really like about this paddle. I don't have to think too much about resets, just have to get my paddle there, loosen my grip a little bit, and it goes over. Also, I put a lot of the weight on the handle, so it's still easy to flick and do a lot of wrist movements for my speed ups that I like doing and topspin shots. I let my brother try out this paddle actually, and he said he felt like he couldn't miss with this compared to his Trufoam 1. But enough yapping, I'm just gonna show you guys how to set it up. So let's start off with weighing it currently. So currently it's 9.3 ounces, which is heavier than most people's paddles. But like I said, with the weight on the handle, it doesn't feel too bad. But anyways, we got our brand new CRBN2 Trufoam right here. After taking off the plastic, I'm gonna weigh it this time to get an accurate weight. It came out to exactly 8 ounces. All right, let's mod this paddle. So the first thing I do with my CRBN2 is I take off the stock grip and put on my Ethos Undergrip. A lot of people complain about the handle of the Trufoams, and to be honest, it's not my favorite either, but I usually play with an Undergrip, so I can't tell the difference. So yeah, I just like to you just have to cut off the little tape and take this off. And just as a reminder, you can buy all the things I'm using here with code PICKLELI, including the paddle, the undergrip, overgrips, and flick weights. So here I have my Ethos undergrip. I have a review on the Ethos if you want to know my rationale behind it, but basically I just prefer it over the Hesicor grips. So yeah, you have the little plastic things to make it easier to put on, but also for Ethos grips, they don't come in different sizes. They all come in 6-inch lengths. So you have to cut it to match the dimensions. So the carbons have a 5.25 handle. So basically I'm just going to cut off the extra top Ethos part. Okay. Clean cut right there. Then you just add the plastic thingies. Then probably the hardest part of this process is putting it on. So usually I put it between my legs, then attempt to put it on. Underneath the Trufoam stock grip, there's like some sticky residue, like some tape, and I cut it off this time and it made it 10 times easier to put on. Anyways, here you go. This is the Ethos undergrip on it. Then I used the Carbon Dry Tech overgrips, but you can use any overgrip you like. I'm not too picky with my overgrips in general, so, but these are pretty solid. All right, here you go, overgrip secured. Then I used the carbon lead tape strips and put it around 4 and 8 o'clock, right above the curve. As you can see with my old setup, right above the curve. I think if you want to use like a lighter like lead tape and put it higher up, it might be worth trying out. But I get sent the carbon ones, so I use these. 2 strips right here. Kind of just eyeball the first one right above the curve. Okay, so I got the first one down. Kind of eyeball it. Then I manually compare it. It looks like my left hand is higher, so I just gotta move this one up a little bit. These look a lot closer. So then I finally just stick it on, and voila, I got my 2 lead tape strips. And then finally, I add the flick weight on the bottom, just for some extra weight on the handle. I'm currently using a 6-gram flick weight, and actually the flick weights stay on pretty well even if you switch it off different paddles. So I'm just gonna use my 6-gram from my old one. I'm gonna let my brother use my old paddle because he likes the 2 shape now, and he doesn't like that much weight. All right, and there you have it, the full setup. Lead tape at 4 1/8, ethos undergrip, and the flick weight. And let's see the final weight. So the final weight of this is actually 9 ounces now. So I'm pretty sure it's just probably the small difference in weight of the stock paddle. So this is probably like a 8.3 and this one was an 8-ounce paddle. So we'll see if I like the slightly lighter version, but I'm sure it plays relatively the same. So not too worried about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, and I'm almost there. I'm at almost 700. So yeah, it means a lot to me, so I can maybe quit my job one day. And also comment below any other topics you want me to talk about, pickleball, not pickleball, whatever you want. And see you guys next time.